That radio chick Cheryl Lee here. Welcome to the Still Rocking It podcast, where we'll have music, news reviews and interviews with some of our favourite Australian musicians and artists. Today we catch up with legendary Australian guitarist Kevin Borich, whose list of achievements is longer than your arm. Performed at the 1972 Sunbury Pop Festival, toured with John Paul Young, supported Jeff Beck, and the Rock Arena tour with Fleetwood Mac and Santana, toured the US in support of other Aussie rockers AC/DC, much loved member of the Party Boys. The list goes on and on. Let's find out what has Kevin Borich been up to lately. To catch up on podcasts from other favourite artists, simply go to thatradiochick.com.au. I can see you and I can hear you.
Oh, wow. Isn't that amazing?
That's always a good sign. How are you?
I'm good.
All right, let's go. You're with Cheryl Lee, that radio chick, and I'd like to welcome into the Zoom room today, Kevin Nicholas Borich. Thanks for joining us, Kevin.
Thank you, love. It's great to be here.
We've got a reasonably new album to talk about, which is pretty exciting, but I'm wondering if we can maybe just take a couple of steps back before we do that.
There's more than a couple.
Yeah, I've got so many pages here. I don't know how we're going to get through it all. You know, there's many artists and bands that have had the pleasure of you supporting them or playing with them over the years.
It's been a great ride, I tell you, and I've been lucky on many occasions. I've been in the right place at the right time.
It all started when you were 12 years old. You did your very first single in 1961.
Yeah, I used to stand in front of the radio and with a tennis racket and playing, and my parents were looking at me a bit weird going, well, I think they were probably going, what, do we get him balls or a guitar?
So luckily they got you a guitar?
Yeah, and I learnt the Hank Williams Honky Tonkin' song, which has got two chords in it, G all the way through, and when he goes round this town, he goes to D for one beat. And I thought, well, hey, I can play.
Were mum and dad musical?
Yeah, well, they were migrants from Dalmatia, which is Croatia, the coastline. They were completely poor, obviously. I didn't really know that my dad was involved in a Croatian band in Auckland. They moved out into the country and bought a broken-down orchard. He obviously was away from all this, the scene where, you know, he was part of this band. I only found out probably 2 years ago. He used to tell me he used to play tamburica, which is like a balalaika. 3 years ago, we went over to see Croatia and my daughter in London. I got this photo from someone said, oh, you can see a cousin in Podgora. And I didn't know I had a cousin there. But anyway, but before we went, my sister sent me a photo because someone sent her it. It was a shock because it was a two-photograph thing of a whole band of tamburicas. And in one picture, they were in traditional dress. And the other one was all had suits on. Must have been quite well organised. Yeah, but I think that they were just so busy working on the orchard, ending up to be one of the best ones in the district, out at Hulpai, which is probably about 30 miles out from Auckland.
So you were born in New Zealand, Kevin?
Yeah.
But we've adopted you as an Aussie.
Yes, you have. Well, I've spent most of my life here now, part of life whereby I needed to be able to play and make money. And New Zealand, there's more people in Sydney than the whole of New Zealand, really, you know. It's quite funny because nowadays if you were in New Zealand and you wanted to go somewhere, you just go to America or England or Europe because it's all about population numbers, really, isn't it?
Yes.
But in those days, the world was a big place. So going to Australia was a massive thing.
You came to Australia. You formed the Mergers with a couple of school friends and played after school and on weekends, then morphed into the La-Di-Dahs.
We were playing shadow songs and not really singing, and then we had sort of heard the Beatles and we heard the Rolling Stones, and we went, oh, well, we better start singing because we were pretty young. At high school, I found a great drummer and bass player, Brett Nielsen on drums and Trevor Wilson on the bass. That was the foundation when we went from two-piece to four-piece, where we got Phil Key to be a rhythm guitar player. He turned out to be the lead singer because he had a great voice. And the keyboard player joined us once we were doing a residency in the Platter Rack in Auckland, which was a den of iniquity because we'd play to 3 or 4 in the morning. You know, we had all kinds of creatures at that time of the night coming in, so it was quite educational. Of course, we were playing covers. You know, we thought we were pretty cool, and Mum and Dad had bought me a radio and my sister with a turntable and also a tape recorder, which you could take out. So I was recording the BBC and all like the Small Faces and Jimi Hendrix and stuff like that. And we were the hottest band in town, getting all these stuff that wasn't released yet. It was coming straight over the airwaves.
Well done.
Yeah, well, thanks to Mum and Dad, yeah.
Yeah.
You are listening to Still Rocking It, the podcast with Cheryl Lee.
Our guest in the Zoom room today is Kevin Borich, and we're going to chat to him more after this. I love the La-Di-Da's version of the Beatles hit, Come Together. You wrote in 71, which became a top 10 hit single, Gonna See You Baby Tonight. Did you know you had these writing skills in you?
In New Zealand, Trevor and Bruce were the writers at that time. I didn't start writing till in Australia, so I was a late starter. And they were great writers, and we had quite a few La-Di-Da's albums. The first one was all covers, and then it was original stuff, but they wrote that. But when I was here, on a way back from a gig in Swampy's van, and we had the best van because he had airplane seats. It was a double-wheel transit. So there was a kind of a thing with the roadies in those days about who had the hottest van.
Cool van.
And Swampy had the best. Wayne Jarvis was his name. So I was sitting behind him with my guitar, and I just learned some little love chords. I call them a major seventh chords, which always the first thing that hit me when I found about those chords was that it's a love chord because it just sounds like love. And I was pretending to be a sleazy nightclub singer, and behind his head going, "I'm going to love you," as he was driving, you know. And of course, when it came to the end, he goes, "Well, what happens then?" And everyone laughed. So then we got into the chorus straight away. And it got lots of airplay, and we still do it when people want to hear it. They yell out for it. It was a great song to play because everyone have heard it on the radio. So that's the path to sort of getting well known, has been on the radio.
It's an oldie but a goodie, but the sign of a good song is wherever you go, a band is playing it.
Yeah. So it's, and everyone in the psyche who likes music and listens to radios and stuff. And in those days, it managed to get on the commercial. These days, it's hard for us to get on the commercial radio because it's not like it used to be, whereas DJs were passionate about what they did, and then they had their own show, and then they had their own content. Community radio's like that now, which is very helpful for us. But the commercial radio, I think it all comes down from the record companies or, and they told what to play, really.
Yeah. And the music director and what he puts on his playlist. Yeah.
Yeah. Not like the old days when a DJ could break a record, make it famous by, thinking and sharing it with his listeners,
And sharing his passion for it.
Yeah. They had more control, more input.
Still Rocking It podcast with that radio chick, Cheryl Lee. Let's hear it now. Gonna See My Baby Tonight, the La-Dee-Dahs from the Legend album in 1975. Back to speak more with Kevin Borich after this.
I'm gonna love you all night long, but when the streetlights die, I'll be gone. Whoa, yeah, do. Gonna see my baby tonight. Wanna tell you she's out of sight. Loves me in the morning, loves me late at night. Do
after the La-Di-Das, you played with John Paul Young for a while and then formed Kevin Borich Express.
Yeah, it was the La-Di-Das went from 5-piece to 4-piece. And then Phil left. I got a bass player and drummer, Keith Barber, stayed with me, and Ronnie Peel. And we had a 3-piece La-Di-Das, and we did a rock and roll sandwich album. When are you going to get the cover?
Sure, yes, please.
Okay. You wouldn't be up to do this these days.
Oh, no, you wouldn't.
That's my first 3-piece kind of writing my own stuff album. And people think it's great. And I love it. My first outing. I even wrote one on piano on that.
Then you guys toured with Jeff Beck. How exciting. And Akadaka.
Yeah, we did one show with Jeff. We didn't actually tour with him. Akadaka, we've played some here in the early days, but LA, I played 2 shows with him. We did 2 shows in those days. In America, they do like a late afternoon show, and then they kick everyone out, and then the night thing comes in. And that was before they were really big, and that was the last time I saw Bon. And then we had a bit of a party afterwards, and that I had known him here. Funny thing was, when we were recording, I was recording Lonely One, Kevin Borich Express album in Alberts, and Harry and George were recording in AC/DC in their separate studio in the same complex. And I saw Bon sitting on a grand piano was there, and there was Bon sitting and writing lyrics. And he was going, I just can't write. This is all crap, He's going, and they just want me to write stuff for the rock stuff. And I said, mate, I think you'll do well. Now it's kind of like an iconic sort of song. I can't remember which one, but it was one of the real rockers, and he wasn't happy that he was writing something sort of more poetic or soulful about something,
It's ironic, isn't it?
Yeah. It was a funny thing. And then sort of down the track, when we did see him in LA, I said, hey, those songs did pretty well for you. They were on the rise then,
And your Borich Express appeared on our lovely Renee Gaye's Blues License album.
Yeah, that was great. That was very live. I think the vocals were put on later, but it was done very quickly. She wanted to do a blues album. She picked the songs that did one of mine, which is called Bellhop Blues. You Keep Me Waiting, Bellhop Blues. And so she did a version of that. They did a concert for her after she passed away, and I played that. And The Thriller's Gone as well, which was a big favourite that we'd do.
We definitely miss her. What a strong singer and a strong female role model as well.
Yeah, she was amazing. And she was the real deal as far as her gift that she had. It was just so internationally, famous as far as how good it was,
Yes. What I love is that she was just unapologetically Renee. Like her, love her, loathe her. She was herself.
Hence the song was written for the difficult woman, I suppose.
Yeah, that's right.
She was a good friend.
Yeah.
You are listening to Still Rocking It, the podcast with Cheryl Lee.
I think we should play that Renee Gaye song now from the Blues License album, Bellhop Blues, written for Renee by Kevin Borich, who played guitar on this track along with 4 other tracks on the album. Back to speak to Kevin after this.
Just sing my bellhop blues.
the Party Boys. Later you had He's Gonna Step on You Again and Hold Your Head Up, some great hits with them. Then you toured with one of my faves. Being an Adelaide girl, you've got to love Jimmy Barnes.
Oh, yeah. It was the Two Fires album. And we did a full-on tour of Australia and one show in Auckland, I think. And they had the Rockabilly band, Stray Cats, supporting them, which was great because I love the Stray Cats. So it was great to see them every night.
I would have seen you, I would imagine, because I think I've been to every one of Barnsley's concerts.
I've got a photograph of him singing with me before he was with Chisel.
Oh, wow.
In Adelaide. I'm going to put it in my book because we were playing it in an Adelaide pub by the sea. And I can't
Largs Pier?
Yeah, probably, or one of those. In my break, I was doing 2 sets and a guy comes up and goes, "There's this young singer wants to get up. You know, he's really good. You should hear him." And I said, "Sure." So he got up and did Rock Me Baby, and we did the riff as we come around where he comes in to sing. And after about 4 or 5 lyrics, I went, "God, this guy's going to go somewhere." So that was young Jimmy.
Well, you've got a book coming out, have you?
Oh, yeah. Well, in the process of running out of steam writing it, yeah. So I'm too sensible now, so I don't get into trouble. I can't write about anything. It's like, wow, did you do that? Everything's sort of pretty much done, really, except the proofreading. And so I've got to push on and get that done. That'll be out probably the year after next.
So stay tuned to your Googleometer and get onto that when it comes out.
I'll be out asking you to help me sell it.
Yeah,
We'll
we'll chat again then.
Yeah, it's all about, getting people to know. I've got the website for that, which is kevinborich.com.au. So if people are interested in what I do, that's the place to go and see what we're up to.
A couple of things I'd like to congratulate you on. 77 and 78, Best Guitarist, Australian Rock Music Awards. Congratulations.
That was the early days, yeah. That was great because, I knew I wasn't the best guitar player, but I was probably the most popular in those days. I was a bit sort of thing about getting the best guitar player because I go out and see all these players and I think they're much, much better than me and they're all great. They had an awards night. The first one, they didn't have the awards night. And of course, the industry was pretty young then. So I guess the next year they went, we should have an awards night and presentation and all that. So I was supposed to get up and pick it up. But I drove around Horton Pavilion, which was the venue that I was purposely late. Michael Chugg was managing me at that stage and he had to get up and accept the award. And he said he's done 366 gigs this year and this is the only one that he's missed. Oh. And then I walked on stage after and did Tango Queen, the song. I was by the door at the back with the bouncer who knew who I was. And so he let me in just after Chuggy had been receiving because we didn't want to slow the process of the show down. So we just walked up on stage and did our thing. Great to get the publicity and everything about it. And it helped a lot to get those awards because we'd get more work and be able to make a living,
Still Rocking It podcast with that radio chick, Cheryl Lee. We'll be back to talk some more with our guest in the Zoom room today, Kevin Borich. But let's have a sneak preview of one of the songs from his new Duets album. This is with great mate John Swan, a.k.a. Swanee. There is a Road.
Never go down again. There'll be no more searching. I'll get there someday. Now there's a time that we've been through. We may never go through. There'll be no more searching. I'll get there someday. Like lemon and honey, we come together like good friends. And there's one thing that I know.
that you will get there someday.
It's great to be recognised by your peers. In 99, the Heritage Award at the Australian Blues Music Festival. 2003, congratulations, inducted into the Australian Blues Music Hall of Fame. July 2023, brand new album, Duets. Now, how do you pick, out of all the great Australian artists that you've performed with, supported, played with, how do you pick 12?
And I picked 12. Well, I go, there it is there, that's the album.
Yeah, great cover.
Yes, I go, well, who do you reckon would actually want to do something with me on the album? I'm a bit shy, and my producer, Nick O'Donnell, did a lot of calling up, but I knew that Tim Rogers would be interested because I saw in a Rolling Stone interview that Gonna See My Baby Tonight was the song that sort of inspired him to get into rock. So I thought, well, he's a candidate for sure, and he was. Nick got hold of him, and we did that. And he was up here performing at Brisbane Theatre in a theatre show. In the afternoon, we went in there and sat up on the stage, and of course, we had the music already done, and he just laid his vocals on there. So there's a few different ways. And Ian Moss came and did it here at our place when he was in Noosa. Joel Walsh did it by internet, you know.
We have the technology these days. You don't
I know. That's what's great.
studio.
You know, there's good and bad about these days, but one of the good things is you can have a recording studio downstairs that's got the right preamps and a guy who knows how to work it, and you can produce stuff that's world class, you know.
Once you've chosen who to play on the album, how then do you go about choosing what song you play with them?
One of the reasons why I wanted to do it is because there were some songs that weren't really like a three-piece thing and would sound a bit empty, you know, because I wrote a couple of them on piano. The idea was to serve the song, you know. If the song needed an organ, you'd use it. Whatever the song was asking for, say something like Straight from the Heart, right? It's a soulful ballad. And I said, well, it'd be great to have someone who could got a real soulful voice. So I thought, well, Ian Moss is one of my favourite singers and guitar players. I thought he would be great. On this album, I'm doing tag team style. Most of the songs are, you know, I sing a line or the guest sings a line first and then I sing the other line. So it's a tag team thing. I rang Ian and he was into it. Ella Hooper's on one called I'm Together, which is a shuffle, like a blues shuffle, but I think Nick said, why don't treat it trad jazz, you know? So we did it in that style. I met Ella at a Rockwards tour in Western Australia years before, and I said the idea of doing a duets album was, I said, oh, I'd love to have you on. So we chased her down, and as we did with Susie DiMarchi, kept running into her at airports when I used to fly a lot. Then I asked her to do it, and so she did it in Melbourne while she was doing the Baby Animals album, and just asked the engineer if she could put the vocals on a track we sent, the backing track that we sent to her. And she did a great job. Everyone's done a great job. Russell Morris was the first guy I did ask. Yeah, and he was, sure, Kev, you know, I know Russell from years back. So he was very kind and did a great job. We went to his lounge room, and he lives up the Gold Coast these days. And so I was a couple of hours from where I live in the lounge room, and he watched him work his magic on the song, Call a Friend.
The first track of the album.
Yeah. The song's just, here's another song that really the actual content of the song said, well, obvious. It's called Soapbox Bitchin'.
Yeah.
right? And it's about the banks, and I'm angry, right? So the opening line is I'm angry, and I'm going, who am I going to? Oh, light bulb. I'll get angry.
Yeah, of course. Who else?
That one was an easy one.
You are listening to Still Rocking It, the podcast with Cheryl Lee.
I think we better play that song next. Soapbox Bitchin' with Angry Anderson from Rose Tattoo. Back to hear more about the Duets album with Kevin Borich after this.
G'day, folks. You're listening to me, Angry Anderson from Rosie Tats with Shazza.
So, and Covered in Blue, Angelina Fabian, who you probably wouldn't know, but she was on The Voice doing Amazing Grace, blew the place apart with the soulfuls. And so we got her to sing that song, but she did also do all the backing vocals on There's a Road with Swanee, because that was the song that I'd written on piano years ago. And Bondi Swanee helped me do a demo of it back when I had a little studio set up out the back in Bondi. And so it's a gospel song. Of course, we got Angela to do all the backing vocals to get that soulful, you're actually in the church thing vibe, you know?
Yeah, beautiful.
So she sang Covered in Blue, which is a song about Amy Whitehouse that I wrote, that I love Amy, but she seemed to be with the wrong guy, I reckon.
Yeah.
Just went over the top. You know, and then Ross Wilson and Joe Camilleri, well, I really wanted those two because they're of my era, kind of, you know. We used to support and do share shows with Daddy Cool way back. Joe Camilleri, of course, is from those sort of era too. So really wanted to get them on it. They were brothers in time, you know. And
yeah, no, I get that. Joe was just here last weekend. I'm going to have a chat with him in a minute, actually.
Who's that? Which one?
Joe.
Great. Oh, he's out there doing it all the time. He's just flat out.
Yep, he was at the Bridgeway here on the weekend. So when are you coming back, Kevin?
Hopefully next year. I'll let you know.
Excellent. Get onto the Googleometer. This album, Duets, available at all the usual suspects and from your website as well?
Yeah, there's a link on my website and it goes to MGM with most of my other stuff as I've just done at home. and a little cottage industry,
Organic.
And of course, it had all these people on it. I thought, let's have a go. Well, and I got some advice from a friend, Stephen Green, and he said that'd be a good thing to do.
A couple of quick questions for you, then I'll let you go, because I know you're a pretty busy man. 6 kids. Have any of your children followed you into the family music business, Kevin?
Yes. Well, my first son, Lucius, is in a band called Cog. No,
I did actually know that.
Fantastic band.
Yeah.
Lucius and I did an album together, a live thing, which is called Borich times Borich plus Bruce, which was Harry Bruce on bass and father and son playing at the Basement in Sydney, and that's available on my website too. Lucius is an amazing drummer. He did a great drum solo on it. And actually on that show, Leo Sayer got up, and my bass players were walking off. As you walk off, there's usually an encore brewing from the audience.
Yeah.
Harry goes, Leo wants to get up. I went, Leo who? Thinking Leo de Castro, who was a wonderful Maori singer from New Zealand that was living in Melbourne and up in Sydney. And he said, no, Leo Sayer. I went, really? And he got up. When he whipped it with his harmonica out, I went, oh, no, it's going to be a train wreck because we tuned down a semitone. Most harp players don't have flat harps. He whipped it out, and I'm waiting for the clash. And no, it was in tune, so he really knew. He obviously Harry must have warned him. He's a great harp player, and since then he's become a good friend, and we went down to his studio to put his vocal on Bring Lovin' Back. He wrote some lyrics on that one. Most of them I did myself. Swanee helped with the gospel one, and Bring Lovin' Back, Leo helped me and gave me the title because I had more of a Boer thing. And then I thought, I want a song about the peace sign, how it's faded. The time when this is going on, there's riots and everything. That's why I wrote Hate Pill. I thought all these riots in America, all these people are taking hate pills. Ross Wilson sings that one.
Still Rocking It podcast with that radio chick, Cheryl Lee. So many great songs on this Duets album. Let's have one with Kevin's great mate, Leo Sayer. Bring Lovin' Back again. Then we'll come back and say goodbye to Kevin Borich.
Like a soldier, I'll keep on fighting for you, no matter what they do, and I will be true. Love, I'm telling you, 'cause we've come so far. A lot of things worth saving, 'cause there's love and equality. With a dream so dear that we're holding like a baby, let it grow and we can be free. Oh, maybe you can help me. Oh, maybe you could help me. Maybe you can help me. Maybe you could help me. Simple soldier who every day is getting bolder. You find out when you're older, you're an army of one. There's no sense blaming, we're only inflaming. The greater good is waiting on you. Oh, maybe you can help me. Oh, maybe you can help me. I know that you can help me. I know that you can help me. Help me find a way. Help me every day. Oh, tell me you can make it. Tell me you can make it. Make it real, don't shake it. Make it real, don't shake it. Bring love back again.
with the other children?
Oh, sorry, that's what we were track on. Yeah, my little Holly, who was a twin, her and Chloe, and they're twin girls. So I first noticed her having a musical talent when I'm in the car driving, and there's a song on the radio, and she's in the sort of upright seat, baby seat, not baby, but toddler. I'm hearing a harmony, but it's not coming out of the speakers. It's coming out of her, and she's singing harmony to songs. And so she's a harmony machine, She's actually written an album, and my producer produced it. We're all going, well, we've got to go out now. She was out there she played piano. I used to find chords on my phone before she had her own. And there's like all these positions that she was learning. Did a great album, and we're all sort of going, well, this is good. This was worth putting something into it. And said, look, you get a band together, because she was doing shows solo, and so she wasn't shy of playing in front of people.
Mm.
And so we put that to her, and she goes, oh, nah, don't want to do that. We all go, really? So it was quite a surprise. She's studying about medicinal herbs and stuff now, and living in Melbourne. Chloe could play really good rhythm guitar, but she's in an art gallery chasing artists, and one of the girls that she picked got the Archibald Prize, the last one. She's in Sydney doing that. So they've all got their talents.
Well, the thing is, musical talent never leaves you. So, you just never know down the track, round the corner, when they'll pick it back up again and run with the passion of it. Yeah,
I encouraged that, because they were good. They were the two twins going. And being twins, when they did the harmony, when Holly would sing harmony with Chloe, it was like the Early Brothers, but it was girls, I had that sort of blend thing happening,
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Were you looking out for a tour coming up?
Yeah.
A book?
We're playing about 5 songs off this on the show that we do. Be lovely to see you out there. We've got Melbourne in March next year, looking at festivals and stuff like that. So we're in the jigsaw puzzle of putting it together at the moment.
Excellent. And I'll see you down the front when you hit Adelaide.
The other thing too, I'm doing a celebratory sort of harbour cruise. It's the 3rd of December. It's a Sunday sunset cruise.
Nice.
Very romantic. I've hired a nice big boat. About 160 people can come on. On my website, you can get tickets there. We'll be sailing at 6:00 from the King's Wharf in Pyrmont, Sydney. We chuff around the harbour as the lights are coming on. 2 things. You've got the wonderful harbour to see come to life with the lights, and you've got us rocking the boat as we go around.
What more could you want?
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
Sydney-siders, get your tickets now, because it can only fit so many people on the boat. Get yourself a Christmas
present.
present.
Well, I've had people from New Zealand. I've had people from Melbourne.
Beautiful idea. Well, can't wait till you hit little old Adelaide next.
Haven't been there for a while, but we'll look forward to it.
Thank you so much for your time today, Kevin.
Thank you.
All the best with the album. It's a goodie.
Thank you. Bye.
See you later.
You are listening to Still Rocking It, the podcast with Cheryl Lee.
What else do you think we might go out with other than my second favourite guitarist, Kevin? Cold Chisel's Ian Moss, straight from my heart from the Duets album.
Forever. Now I realize, and I count my blessings deep in her eyes. Yeah, I'm through smooth sailing or a rough ride. I know I'm lucky, and our love will survive. Shine and make it harder to see. But when you ask me where these words come from, I tell you straight from my heart. Straight from, I can't get too much. Baby,
You're with Cheryl Lee, that radio chick. Thank you so much for joining me on the Still Rocking It podcast. Hope to catch you again next time. Get out when you can, support Aussie music, and I'll see you down the front.